Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain about a language command, that is DDL and DCL commands. So DDL is means for data definition language commands. These are the commands used in a database to create a table, that is create, alter and drop certain kind of operation we can be done by using the DDL commands, that is data definition language. So our we can see some problems working with these commands. First, we can create a table. That is, we can use this DDL command to create, and you can alter the table, and you can drop delete the table. So first, we can do the perform the operation called creating a table with customer details with following specification. So these are the code. So I'm going to perform for you. So that is create a table here. That is create table. That is customer ID is number. So customer ID number. That is a number type. That is customer ID is the data type of integer. So that is number. So I'm giving the length of the number is 5 and it's said to be not null. Comma. So next attribute is customer last name. So customer last name is of varchar. Varchar means a string. Sorry, varchar 2. So of length 20 and it is said to be not null. And next is customer first name. So customer uh, first name and of varchar, that is varchar of 4 length, that is length of the customer name should be only 4. It cannot extend, that is beyond that limit. So account number, so account number we are going to store, that is account number of that is number type. So it is 5, that is length is 5 and this is said to be primary key. So primary key is one of the important role in a every database. It perform it has a certain role for finding something in the details by using mainly they use the primary key. So each database, if you see in if you take in any database, MySQL, Oracle or Microsoft, if you take any database, there should be a primary key in a table. So this is a primary key. Account number is a primary key. So account type. So account type is varchar. That is varchar 2 of length is 10 and it is not null. Not null. Then the bank branch. That is which bank branch. Bank branch. That is varchar 2 of length 25 and it is said to be not null. Then customer email ID. So customer email ID, that is customer email of varchar, that is varchar 2 of length 30. So if you see here, the customer first name is not null. Other than customer first name, all are not null. But in customer first name, I didn't mention the what type, that is null or not null. So if you mention not null, it will be not null. If you leave it as it is defaultly taken as null. So here customer email also I'm going to say take as null. So I am leaving this that part. So it is defaultly it will take as null. So next, that's all the attributes are. This is the last attributes, and we can perform. So within the bracket, last ending with a semicolon. Invalid statement. Sorry, I forgot to give the customer. Sorry, I forgot to give the create table name. So we need to specify a table name. Without table name, I have been created. So let us copy this, paste. Table name we can give as customer name, customer details. So now we can perform this, paste, next line, copy and paste the account, customer first name, sorry, customer last name. Null. So by this method I have been created. Now let us run this. See, a table has been created. So now let us describe the table. Customer details, customer details. So here it has been customer name, the not null, first name it is null, and certain types it has been created. So our next operation is to we do that, add a new column to content phone number to the customer detail. So this is the altered. So for that we need to alter, that is we have been created, now we are going to alter, that is we need to we are going to add a new column in this table. So that is alter, the command is alter. So we are going to alter the table. So alter table, name of the table is details, customer details, and we are going to add column. So add contact, contact phone. So that is the contact phone of we can take a number. So number, so number of 10 digits. So table alter. Now let us perform same describe operation. So contact phone has been added. So next operation we are going to do is that modify the size of the content phone number. So now I am mentioned that the content phone number of length is 10. Now we can alter the table. That is we are going to modify. So alter, that is we are going to alter the table, because in table the customer phone is the attribute of the table customer details. So we need to change the attribute. We need to alter the table. So for that uh, alter table, table name customer details, customer details, modify. We are, because we are going to modify, not adding any new column, we are going to modify the existing column, that is attribute, content phone of number. We can, now we can mention which how much length, 11 I am going to give. So table has been altered. Now let us you can see here the number is 11, here 11, here 10. So next operation we are going to do, add a not null constraint to content phone number, alter command. So that is alter command, same like previous operation, alter command, details, customer details, modify contact phone number, and we are specifying not null, that is customer phone as not null. It is initially it as null, now we are changing not null. Table alter. Now let us say it is not null here. Next, we are going to perform a check, that is add a check constant to whether the customer ID is between 101 and 105. That is in this command, what is the statement says that if you we have created a customer ID, so the customer ID of type number. So while this is the table attributes, while you inserting data in the table, the customer ID should be, that is within 101, between the 101 and 105. That is, if you are while inserting the command, that is statement details, sorry, while inserting the data, the customer IDs should check it is from 105 to 101 to 105, between the 101 and 105. So we need to add a check constant to the customer ID, so it will check and it will allow them in the table. So for that we need to alter, that is add one of the that is one of the property we are going to add in that customer ID is called check. So that is alter table name customer details, and we are going to that is modify here. We are alter table, and that is we are going to add a check to the customer ID. So we are going to add a that is we are not going to modify. We are going to add a extra, that is check is a constraint. We are going to add to the customer ID. So add, that is here I have used the customer, that is add check, that is check customer ID is 101 and 105. That means I am going to add a check constant, that is check, and saying customer ID is less than, sorry, less than 101, and is a command used to combine two statements. It is execute both the left and right hand side of and should be that is it execute in a boolean way, that is if you consider true it will be written true, if you true consider true false it will return false, false true it return false, and true it returns true, and false it returns false. So same it will be used here also, same principle it will be followed here. So customer ID is greater this one between 101 and greater than 105. It should be within this limit. Customer ID is one less than 105, and it should be uh, sorry I am mismatched. One second. Add check customer ID is greater than 101, and customer ID is less than 105. So this is the command. Now table has been altered. So now while inserting the data, it will check and it will allow them. So next operation is drop the primary key. So we have been created a primary key for the account number. So we are going to drop that. So simply for dropping, simply you can give a, that is alter table, simply you can give a drop primary key. So drop primary key means it will drop. So you are going to alter the table, simply, so simply alter the table, that is modify, that is simply you drop primary key, drop primary key without specifying even the column, because the column alter the attribute account name number is the, it has the primary key, but without specifying the account we can be done, that is table altered. Now we can check this because in this it is not showing the primary account number. Now it is removed as that is removed as non-primary. So it will before it has in primary key. So next is transcate the table customer details. So transcate customer details, that means transcate is a command used to delete, not delete the table. Um, not delete the table. We are going to delete the data from the table. So if you add a 10 if you consider 10 details, 10 details of customers of a particular bank has been in saved in this database, so it's saved in this table. Now I need to delete the details alone, not the table. Whole table should be, the table should be there, the only the details should be deleted. So for this situation, transcate it should be helpful. So truncate table. So truncate table name is that is customer number. Sorry, customer details. If you give oh, sorry, I am going to specify that table. So truncate table. Now we need to because it should specify which type, that is table or cluster. There are a lot of type in database. So I'm going to delete this table, that is details from the table. So truncate does mean truncated. Now let's this we are going to drop the table. So we are going to now entirely drop the table. So simply you can use drop table customer details. So table has been dropped. Now you perform describe. It will be say the object customer detail does not exceed. So it is does not exceed. It is deleted. So next operation we are going to do is data, that is the data definition language, that is DDL. Sorry, DCL commands, that is data control language. So these commands are used to create a user for the table and access what which other user can be access to the table. So that type of operation can be done using this table, that is DCL. So here also simply they have been created the table department. So here I have been for creating table have been written the code. Now let us take sorry, department. So department is already existing as an my object. So I already created. So for the confirmation, I will describe here. I will describe the department, that is department. Here I already created. If you not created, if you press enter, it will be created. So I am describing it has been already created. So I am performing. I am going to perform this operation. So create a user org to identify the post. That is, we are going to create a user, that is org double, that is to the that we are going to create a one user, that is for that we are going to create that is create user org2, that is create user org to identify post. This is the command used for creating a user or 22 identified by pass. I have created a username org22 for one this another, that is now let us specify another username. So I am creating org, that is org22 org22 also create I am creating org. See, user creator, because the two user have been already created, so I'm specifying a different name. So next is grant the privilege to create a section by the user. So that is that we can grant that user can prevent, that is privilege section by the user. We can create a privilege to the user. There certain privileges can be granted to the user. So for that we can perform grant, that is grant create section to org22. So here we can say org. So grant succeed. So next we need to grant allow user org to create a table. So this user can create a that is a table. We can create any table in this database. So we can grant him grant org to create sorry, grant create table. Sorry, create table to org. So grant succeed. So we can grant all privileges, all privileges. So we can grant all privileges to all countries. Simply you can make what are we can perform the user, we can, by the user can perform all privileges. So grant all privi privileges privileges to over, so yeah, it's our grant successful. Now our next is grant insert on department to org22, and we need to, that is we can insert, can select the department, that are the commands we can perform. So simply you can take a grant insert on department to org22 or C. That is grant success. We can, the user can now insert. For selecting, simply instead of insert, you can put select. So succeed. So next we need to grant, that is we need to take back a permission from the user. So we need to take, we have given the permission to the user. Now we need to take back the permission from the user. So we need to perform drop, sorry, grant drop any table, that is any table to org22. Sorry, org, that is grant drop any table. So the user can take that permission, that is we can take, we can, he can drop any table from the, he can drop any table that has been allotted to the user. So these are the some of the DDL and DCL commands executed using this database. Thank you.